Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Welcome back to my channel, my Loverlies. If you've never been here before, thank you so much for clicking on my video. I am so very happy you found me. I do still hope that you will like and subscribe before you leave. Become part of the Mama family. Mama's got your back, at least where makeup's concerned, and definitely when that makeup is cheap. Today today is going to be so much fun. So today we're going to be talking about a few of my absolute holy grails, like makeup I legitimately, I can't, if I don't have it, I can't do my makeup. I use these products every single time I do my makeup. They are the best of the best. Guys, you know I'm a drugstore queen. I have been there and done that. I've used and tested just about everything. And in my opinion, these are the absolute best of the best. If I misplace or lose one of these, can't find it to do my makeup, I freak out because I depend on them. They are perfect. To me, they are perfect. I have never done a video like this, and if I have, I definitely haven't done one recently. If you guys use any of these products, definitely let me know in the comments which ones you use and if you love them as much as I do. And if you have holy grails that are different from mine, I would love to know that as well. I am always open to trying new things and testing new products. And if there's something out there that's even better than what I have in front of me, I need it in my life. I definitely need it in my life. So if you guys are wondering what is on my face, I am so in love with my makeup today. It turned out so beautiful. I have a couple of TikToks coming very shortly, one for the base and one for the eyes. If you guys are not following me on TikTok, please make sure you go do that. I post fun videos every single day. The only days that I don't post anything are Sundays, because Sundays are family days. But other than that, I am at your disposal. I am here to entertain you and make you smile at least a little teeny tiny little bit. So the links for my TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff will be in the description box below, along with all the products that I'm going to talk about in today's video. So let's start this off with the base, the first thing that I usually put on my face, to start the process, right? That's going to be this bad boy right here. So this is the Maybelline Dream Radiant Liquid. I never hear anybody talk about this foundation, and it makes me so sad. If you guys can tell, I have so many foundations, and this is legitimately, it's almost gone. It's down to right here. It is almost gone, and that is because it is the most beautiful, customizable, long wear foundation. I love it so much. This is the shade 30 Ivory Beige. This is, I can't even explain to you how perfect it is for my dried up, dusty old mommy skin. It wears beautifully throughout the day. It fades gracefully. The coverage, I would say it's got a good light, medium, mid, solid medium coverage, but it is buildable. It is customizable. You can sheer it out. You can build it up. You can do just about anything you want to with this foundation. Super incredibly affordable. I get mine at Walmart. It's under 10 bucks. I believe it's under 10 bucks. And it's really incredible. It is, dare I say, one of my, it's my favorite drugstore foundation. I think most of that has to do with the fact that it is just a perfect color match for me. It is not too pink. It's not too yellow. It's not too peach. It is the perfect shade match for me. I have a really difficult skin tone to match because I'm so red, and I have slightly yellow undertones too, and I'm slightly olive as well. It's so odd, and getting a perfect match is almost never happens, but this is my absolute perfect match. I love this so much. Definite holy grail. It's got a nice little pump on it as well. Oh, so good. So good. So the next thing is, okay, so this right here. If you guys hear my puppies in the background, they are not up there. They're upset, but they're not in pain. They're not hurting. I had to put them up so I could film, and they prefer to run free and terrorize my home. But I can't let them do that while I'm filming. So they're in their cage. So please ignore the whining in the background. It's not like they'll just be quiet if you ask them to be quiet. So I apologize for that. But this is product number 2. So this is the NYX Wonder Stick. Now, This I debated on whether or not to put it in the video because I only use half of this stick. The newer versions of these are really, really nice, and you can I do use both ends of them, but this is the older version, and this is the NYX Wonder Stick Highlight and Contour Stick. I have mine in the shade light medium, and that's all I have left of it. Guys, for me to actually use up a product, like I said, I test makeup all day, every day. I have my fingers in just about everything. For me to find a product and use it every single time I do my makeup is so, so rare for me. And for me to use a product up like that, just like when I went to twist it up the other day and I realized that that's all I have left, I was like, it blew my mind a little bit. This is fantastic. It is the most gorgeous shade of contour. Oh, just look at that. The undertone is incredible. Perfect for my skin tone. It is super creamy and super blendable. It blends out like a breeze. It leaves a gorgeous, gorgeous, like there's almost a rosiness to it, like a rosy undertone to it that makes it such a believable contour for my skin tone. It's so pretty. And then it's also buildable as well. So you can get it as dark as you want to, or you can sheer it out if you want to. It's fantastic. Really, really gorgeous, believable contour shade on me. Creamy, buildable, blendable. It works with a sponge. It works with a brush. It is absolutely fantastic. Now it's NYX, so it's not incredibly affordable, but it's not the most expensive contour at the drugstore either. This is fantastic. I prefer the newer version that they released. They have a contour on one side and a highlight on the other. Now the highlight on the newer sticks is fantastic. Really, really gorgeous, kind of subtle buildable cream contour or cream highlight, but the contours really just have my heart. Contour at the drugstore is one of those things that is so incredibly hard to find and come by. Everything's either too red or too orange or way, way too warm. And when I want to contour my face, I want to add shadow, I want to add depth. I have a very, very round face. And when I'm doing my makeup, I'm trying to give my face a little bit of shape. And bronzer can only go so far. You need that little bit of shadow, cool toned yumminess. This is fantastic. I legitimately use this every single time I do my makeup. If you guys look in my description boxes, 9 times out of 10, this is in there. Next is my absolute favorite bronzer of all time. You guys, I have raved about this bronzer. I don't know how many times, probably innumerable, but this is so good. So this is the L'Oreal Lumi Bronze It. It's the True Match Lumi Bronze It Sun Kissed Bronzer for face and body. Guys, this is in the shade 01 Fair. Yeah, 01 Light. This is the most gorgeous, natural, shadowy, oh, if you guys can tell, I'm about to hit pan. Can you guys see the grid right there? I am legitimately about to hit pan. I am so incredibly excited. First of all, you get an amazing amount of product in here. I think this goes for, I want to say $11. I'm not sure. I'm so bad with remembering prices. But this is not the most affordable bronzer at the drugstore, but it is so, so worth it. The undertone on this is so perfect. You get a really, really generous amount of product in here. Packaging is really nice. It's this sturdy, heavy plastic. It feels nice in the hands. It doesn't feel cheap. It's drugstore packaging, but it doesn't feel like cheap drugstore packaging. There is just the slightest bit of like I don't want to say a shimmer, but there's a little bit of a radiance to this bronzer. And second of all, it is such a creamy, rich, smooth powder. It feels like silk on your fingers. And the undertone is just, it's so incredible. There's that little bit of warmth to it, but it's got this shadowy undertone that really helps to reinforce my contour. So it's adding warmth to my face, but it's not pulling red. It's not pulling orange. It is the most incredible, it's very neutral. It is very neutral, leaning, cool toned bronzer. It is just, it's fantastic. And that little bit of shimmer and luminosity that's in there just really lends a radiance. And when you have dry skin like I do, anything that's going to give my skin just that tiny bit of an edge, just that little bit more radiance, so I don't look like a dried up dusty old mummy, I am so on board for. This gives you just the smallest amount. There's no shimmer, there's no glitter, there's nothing like that. It's not chunky in any way. It just gives you the slightest amount of radiance to the skin. It just is so lifelike on the skin. It is such a beautiful, rich, finely milled powder. It just goes on and it blends out like a dream. I've never had problems with patching or lifting. I can put this onto a semi-set base and it just goes on beautifully. I have never had a single problem with this bronzer, and I have backups on backups on backups of this bronzer, because I'm telling you, if they ever stop making this, a little piece of my heart is going to die. It is my 100% absolute holy grail drugstore bronzer. I love it so much. I cannot do my makeup without it. Next, I want to talk to you guys about another powder, but this one is from NYX, and this is you can tell how much I love this because I have hit so much pan on this thing. This is the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop mattifying pressed powder. Now, this is what it looks like when it's new and when the writing is still on there. I actually haven't had this for too awful long, but I use it every single time I do my makeup. I enjoy setting my whole face with this powder. I enjoy using this powder under my eyes. It is a fantastic, fantastic smoothing, not heavy. It's lightweight. Oh, it's so good. So this one is in the shade Fair. The packaging on this is really nice as well. Reminds me very much of the L'Oreal, but even a little bit heavier than the L'Oreal. It's nice, thick, sturdy packaging, plastic packaging. Don't love that it's plastic, but I like that it's not going to like rip apart on me or bust or break. I feel like I could travel with this really, really easily. And then the actual formula of the powder itself is just... it's even softer and silkier than the bronzer. It's just... oh, I don't even know how to explain it other than it just goes on. It's got the slightest amount of coverage to it, so it helps to further disguise my under eye discoloration. How's my makeup looking? I still look pretty good. My mascara is starting to smudge though. I used a different mascara today and it's starting to smudge on me. That'll be in a later video. Let me fix that really, really quickly. Just kind of rub that out a little bit. Yeah, it's starting to transfer just a little bit. Okay. This, I actually have this powder. Do I have this powder on? No, I didn't use this powder today. I'm testing another powder that I'm very, very happy with. But guys, this powder is so beautiful on the under eyes. You need the smallest amount of it. It sets any and every concealer. It goes on, it smooths, it blurs a little bit. It's just, it's so good. Finding under eye powders for me is so incredibly difficult. You know, the drugstore has a lot of really great powders, but a lot of them are geared towards oily skin and mattification and absorbing oils, and I kind of need the opposite of that, right? I don't produce oils that much, and especially on my under eyes, dry as a bone. This goes on, this mattifies, it does everything I need it to do without looking super heavy and cakey and crepey and just gross. It's a really, really gorgeous powder. Now, the powder that I used today is this one right here, and this one actually really, really impressed me as well. I'm going to talk about this in a later video. It has not reached holy grail status yet, but it's a really good option. This is the Wet n Wild Bare Focus Clarifying Finishing Powder. This is so good. This is just a translucent powder. This is nice. It looks so pretty on my under eyes. They don't look like they don't look super heavy or dry. Really great option. I really think that this looks almost as good as my NYX does, but we're going to see how it wears. Now, another powder that I absolutely cannot live without, and I know that you guys have heard me talk about this powder 1,000,001 times, but this is the L'Oreal True Match powder. Now, I have mine. I have a couple of different tones. I have a yellower powder for when I want to really brighten, and then I have a cooler tone for, you know, just when I want to just kind of match my skin tone. So this is the one that I use the most. This is the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder in the shade Alabaster C1. This is the most, can you see? I want to see if I can show you the big dip. Like, I'm almost hitting pan. There is such a big dip in the center of that pan. I use this for as a finishing powder. There is a really nice amount of coverage to it. It's got, yeah, see, there is a really nice amount of coverage to it, but it is the most blurring powder I think I've ever used in my life. Just a little bit of this on a, this is the brush I use with it. This is my e.l.f. Highlighting brush. This is a tapered highlighting brush. They don't make this brush anymore, but they do make a blush brush that looks very, very similar to this. They're a very loosely packed, kind of floppy brush, but oh my goodness, it applies the powder so incredibly beautifully. This is great all over the face. It's great under the eyes. It brightens, it blurs, it smooths, it does everything you want a good powder to do for an incredibly affordable price. This, if I had, honestly, if I had to pick between these two powders, I think I would pick my L'Oreal, just because it is so blurring. It blurs pores, it blurs fine lines, it blurs mistakes. It's so good. It is so good. And both shades are so fantastic. I actually saw Tati. She talked about this powder in one of her videos recently, and I was like, finally, you're on the train. Finally, you understand what I've been talking about for years. It is an incredible, incredible powder. I think L'Oreal makes some of the best powders at the drugstore. Hands down. L'Oreal is one of my favorite brands at the drugstore, period. But their powders are so, so good. Specifically, their powder foundations. They just know what they're doing. So, moving on, we're going to talk about my Holy Grail mascara. So this is a Holy Grail for so many people. I just recently discovered this mascara and I fell so in love with it so incredibly quickly. This is the Essence Lash Princess. I have mine in the waterproof variety. Guys. I have extremely watery eyes, especially in summer and spring. My allergies they're not fun. My eyes water, they run like faucets. There are very, very few mascaras that can actually last on my lashes without just kind of flaking and smudging and transferring everywhere. This is so fantastic. I love this mascara so much. I love the actual packaging. I love the wand. There's something about the wand of this mascara that really gets in between each lash and really separates and fans the lashes in such a beautiful, beautiful way. They're dramatic and volumized and lengthened, but they also look, they're almost like natural. This is the kind of mascara that you could wear with a super glam look like I have on today, or you could put a little bit of bronzer through the crease and add this mascara and you would just be so, it opens the eyes, it lifts the lashes, it separates and fans them out without flaking or smudging. It's so good. It is so good. And I have arthritis as well. So sometimes, like when they're super skinny wands or holders, my hands go dead and it falls and I get mascara everywhere. There is a lot of really great control with this as well. I like that there's these little rubberized grips on the handle, and you know, it's decorative, but it really gives me something to hold on to and something to really grip to, so I can like really grip it in my hand. I love it so, so much. I really feel like they were very thoughtful in the packaging of this mascara. It's great. Formula packaging, everything. It's fantastic. I love this so, so much. I am so sad that I only recently found it, because I would definitely have been using this for like ever. I don't know that I will ever be able to use another mascara again. I'm going to have to, because I have a ton that I paid for that I have to use. But as soon as those are done, I will be going right back to Little Miss Essence, Little Miss Lash Princess. Love her so, so much. We have just a few more products to go. So the next one I want to talk about is this bad boy right here. And I know when it comes to like eyeliner, Some people might not think it's that big of a deal. Me, on the other hand, I think eyeliner is a very, very big deal. Like I said, I have runny, watery eyes, and I really enjoy lining my waterline. I think it gives my eyes drama. It really makes my my blue eyes pop. So I enjoy lining my waterlines. The problem with that is a lot of times an eyeliner will migrate. So what'll happen is it'll migrate to the inner corner and it'll ball up there, and you'll have this big goopy mess of just grossness on the inner corner, or it'll run out towards the outer corner and just end up running down my face. It smears, it smudges, it doesn't last in the waterline. I do not have that problem with this eyeliner at all whatsoever. This is the Milani Stay Put Liner. If you guys watch my videos, you will know that I use this literally every single time I do my makeup. If I'm not using it on the bottom lash line, I'm using it on the upper waterline. It is the most perfect eyeliner ever created. I love how pigmented and inky it is. It's incredibly creamy. It goes on. It's like a gel liner, but with like incredible lasting power. It's fantastic. It smudges easily. Once it sets, it doesn't move. It is so, so good. They have these in a couple of different colors. I have mine both in After Dark and Semi-Sweet. This is the Semi-Sweet. I actually am almost out of my After Dark. I'll show you guys. That's literally all I have left. That's all I have left. So this is about to go in the empties bin. But this is the shade Semi-Sweet, and this is just one of the prettiest. Well, I mean, just completely effortless to use. It is a stunning, it's matte. There's no shine to it. It is super, super matte. It is creamy. It is everything you want an eyeliner to be. It blends and smudges beautifully. It's great for a smoked out wing. It's great for the waterline. It's good for just about anything. And then, of course, once it sets, it doesn't move. So you're not having to continuously check in the mirror to make sure you don't have those little nasties on your inner corners. You're not trying to make sure that you don't have the whole raccoon effect. That's another problem I have with a lot of eyeliners, is somehow they smudge and they end up transferring, and I'll end up with that raccoon effect along, on my under eye, and I'll look like I got punched in the face, and that's never cute. I'm trying to look like the opposite of that when I do my makeup. I have the punched in the face look naturally. If I wanted to rock that, I wouldn't mess with makeup. This doesn't do that. It's perfect. I have been using this for years, and I still haven't found anything that's better than this. It is chef's kiss, a perfect eyeliner. Love it so, so much. The next thing I'm going to talk about is something that, again, is always in my description box. This goes with absolutely everything. This is the NYX Suede Lip Liner. I like the Suede lip liners and the original. I prefer the Suede lip liners. I think they last a little bit longer. They're super, super matte. They're very, very long wearing. These, and it's specifically in the shade brown. I usually use it in either brown or Downtown Beauty. Those two are my absolute favorites. I have 3 sitting here in my little bucket. So I have the shade Downtown Beauty, Vintage, and Brown. So Vintage has a little bit more of a kind of rosy red burgundy undertone to it. And then Downtown Beauty is just a stunning, I want to say neutral leaning, cool toned brown. So you can really see the difference, how Vintage has that little bit of a red undertone to it. It's like a rosy brown, whereas Downtown Beauty is a really gorgeous, like cool toned brown. And then you have Straight Up Brown, which is a little bit darker. Can you see the very slight difference? I don't know if it's going to translate on camera. It's just a little bit darker and a little bit more neutral. It's not quite as cool toned as Downtown Beauty. Guys, this formula, the Suede lip liners, they're the best at the drugstore, in my opinion. Guys, they wear forever. I like that they're sharpenable, so you can get a nice point on them. They're easy to sharpen, which is really nice. They last for forever, not only on the lips, but the actual product. They are creamy and easy to apply. They don't tug on my lips. They're precise and easy to control. They're just, they're so good. They're really affordable as well. I don't think they're more than a couple of bucks. These are fantastic. I don't think that you can have too many of these in your collection. I legitimately use these every single time I do my makeup. They go with every single lip color. You put a brown with a mauve, you put a brown with a pink, it's just, they work. They're so, so good. Nude lips with a brown lip liner is like, oh, I know it's super 90s, but it is just my thing. I really love the definition you get from a darker lip liner. It's just, and this formula it checks all the boxes. Creamy, long wearing, affordable, check, 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 check. Really, really great. I love these so, so much. If you have not tried them, I definitely suggest that you do so. I really don't think that you would regret that purchase at all whatsoever. The next thing I want to talk to you guys about, and the last two things in this video, are going to be some brow products. Now, let me tell you about my brow journey, because it has indeed been a journey. I have been trying for, I want to say, a year now to really perfect my brows, trying to perfect the shape, the shading, there's a lot more that goes into brows than people really think about, and brows are so important. They shape the face. They're the first thing that I put on when I do my makeup. They're just so, so important, and I am so blonde. I'm not very blessed in the brow department at all whatsoever. The brow hairs that I do have are so light you can't see them. When I don't have my brows on, I look like a freaking alien. They're not cute. So basically, when I do my brows, I am starting from nothing and building on top of that, right? So what I really need is a pencil that's going to be creamy, but not too creamy. I need something that's going to be blendable and easy to blend out throughout my brows, but is also going to stick around for a good long while, be nice and long wearing. I need something that's the right color as well. I don't need something that's going to pull super orange or super red. A lot of times when you get a brow pencil, I love Maybelline brow pencils, but a lot of times and even some of the NYX pencils, they just run so warm. And I am definitely not a warm-toned brow kind of girl. I definitely need something that leans more on the neutral, cool side. And at the drugstore, it's really, really difficult to find, sadly. Now, NYX makes a really good one. It's not my holy grail, but NYX does make a really, really good one. It's the NYX Precision. I'm out of it. I used the last of it not too long ago. But it is the NYX Precision Brow Pencil. It's the micro brow pencil. It is so, so good. The color ash brown is perfect for me. I love it so much. It is it's really great. But it doesn't hold a candle to this one, and this one is not drugstore, but I do get it for drugstore pricing. I pick these up at my local Burke's, Marshall's, TJ Maxx, what have you. I picked this up at my local discount store. I get them for around $6 a piece, which is probably less than I would spend, well, probably about the same as I would spend on one at Walmart, so it technically is drugstore pricing. This is the KVD Signature Brow Precision Brow Pencil. I have mine in the shade dark brown, and when I tell you this is the most perfect brow pencil, oh, it's so perfect. I have to show you this. First of all, the spoolie is fantastic. I love the spoolie. It's nice and dense. And the little spirals are nice and hard, so it's really easy to get through there and drag the product through the brows. Also, the spoolie isn't too big, so it's not like dragging the product everywhere. I can be nice and precise with it. But the actual product itself, now this is what it looks like. It is so incredibly teeny tiny. Now, it's not a round pencil, it's more of like a rectangle shape, but it is super, super thin. And the thing that I love with this is, and the only thing that I use this pencil for, is lining my brows. It gives me such a sharp, precise definition in my brow. It's great for making hair-like strokes as well, but I love to use it to underline my brow and really get the shape of my brow started. It is creamy, but then it sets down and it doesn't move. My brows wear absolutely all day. It is, oh, it's so perfect. And then the color of it, that's the color of it. It is absolutely perfect. I think the wax to pigment ratio in this pencil is divine. It is so, so good. Oh, I cannot, and I just kind of want to show you guys how easy it is to kind of blend and move through the brows. Oh, it is so good. It's so good. It doesn't pill up. That's another problem that I've had with some brow pencils, because the wax ratio, or the amount of wax in the pencil or in the product itself, there's too much. So when you're trying to like comb it through the brows, it ends up pilling up on itself and you end up with these little chunky bits in your brow that are not cute, and we don't want that, right? This doesn't do that. It is the most perfect brow pencil. I'll show you. I literally have like 4 of them. When I go to Burke's, and I only have 3. Oh, that's right. I used one up the other day. Ooh, I'm so sad. I cannot pay full price for these, because I'm sure full price, these things are absolutely just insane. I've never looked it up full price, because honestly, I think it would scare me. But every single time I go to Burke's, and if they have any of these on the shelves, I pick up as many of them as I possibly can afford, because they are just that good. My brows are so important. They frame the whole face. To me, my brows are so important. They frame your entire face. They can really, they're so important. And this brow pencil is so, so good. I love it so, so much. I think the colors are fantastic. I have this in 2 different shades. So I have it in the shade dark brown, and then I also have it in the shade blonde. I like to use the shade blonde in the front of my brow, just to give me those like light little hairs just at the front portion of the brow. They look so beautiful. They're so great. They're fantastic. If you guys haven't tried them, I definitely think that you should. They are the Signature Brow Precision Brow Pencils in the shade medium brown. The best brow pencil in existence. So, so very good. Last but not least is another brow product, because if I haven't explained to you how important my brows are, and if you didn't understand yet, this is the NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Pen. Now, I know a lot of people are scared of brow markers or brow pens. There is indeed a learning curve, a little bit of a learning curve when it comes to a brow pen. You just kind of have to figure out your pressure and things like that. But once you get the hang of these pens, they are invaluable to the brow process. This is in the shade brunette. It just makes the most beautiful tiny hair-like strokes. I really love this for the beginning portion of my brow. I like it in the shade brunette to go and make hair-like strokes throughout the back of my brow. I really kind of concentrate it towards the tail end of my brow, because it's darker. And then I use the shade ash brown in the front, because it's a little bit lighter. It's got more of like a shadowy, cool toned vibe to it. Guys, it's basically an eyeliner pen, but for your brows. They're so easy just to go in and draw in your brow hairs. You're good to go. They blend beautifully. They wear for absolutely forever. Can't do my brows without this. This and this are like, it's a dream team. It is a match made in heaven. They are perfect together, and I love my brows so much. I am so happy with how my brows have been looking. I really think that I am at the end of my journey. I think I finally got it figured out, and it's because these 2 products are so perfect. They really make it easy to make a beautiful brow. Guys, the last thing that I want to talk to you guys about is like a little bonus. So I think that was 10 products, probably was more. But the little bonus that I want to talk to you guys about is the e.l.f. Total Face Sponge. This thing right here, I know, I have said it in so many different videos, but this is the absolute best best sponge at the drugstore. You have to get the pink, purple, burgundy one. It is fantastic. Guys, they last forever. I've had this sponge going on, I want to say 4 or 5 months now. I wash it every single time I use it. There are no gouges in it. It's not falling apart. They clean really, really well. They feel so nice on the skin. They're soft, they're bouncy, and they dry quickly as well, so it's not going to sit there all night and be damp and kind of like foster growth of any kind, which I prefer. I would like it to dry as quickly as possible. Don't necessarily just want it sitting there damp all day. I love these. They're incredibly affordable, and I think you can get a deal when you buy like the twin packs. Guys, they're so good. Super, super bouncy, super cushy. They infuse my makeup with a little bit of moisture. They're great. If you haven't tried this sponge and you enjoy facial sponges to apply your foundation, cream products, things like that, I definitely think you should check out the e.l.f. Total Face Sponge. It's my favorite. It's my very, very favorite. Guys, that's the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was educational. I hope you learned a little bit of something. I think I'm pretty well versed when it comes to drugstore makeup, and I promise you the products in today's video are the absolute cream of the crop. They are the best of the best. They got Mama's stamp of approval. 100%. Use them every single time I do my makeup. They never fail me. They are tried and true, trusted holy grails. Guys, as always, no filters, no edits, no fancy lighting. It's just me sitting in front of my camera, gushing about my absolute favorite makeup products. Hoping you guys are enjoying what I'm doing. I will, of course, like I said, list everything I talked about in today's video in the description box below, as well as the tags to all my other social medias. Please make sure you go and follow me. I love, 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 love you so much, and I would really appreciate your support. My beautiful, amazing, wonderful loverlies. Until next time, stay safe, take care of yourselves, and remember, you're important. Bye.